Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so very much for joining us tonight here live on Twitch, twitch.tv/SpeedGaming, part of the Speed Gaming family of networks here on Twitch. Make sure you follow all of the channels so that you don't miss any of the great action that we strive to bring you every single day, like this match coming to you tonight from our Zelda 1 Randomizer 2025 Winter Tournament. We're in Swiss play. This is two runners from the 1-0 side of the bracket or pool. We've got Stags28 on the left, latebit on the right. I am Deus Ex Machina. You can call me Dim Gaming for short. I'm joined in the commentating booth tonight by Rando Runner and Malcure on the tracker. How's everybody doing tonight?
I know I'm doing pretty good. I'm definitely looking forward to this race. I think these guys are pretty close in competition, so it should be a good one.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. I looked at their history together. They have run 31 common races, and the record is 19-12, with latebit winning 19 of those races and Stags winning 12. But that's pretty even whenever you are considering as much luck and randomness that goes into a randomizer like this. But we are underway. We are starting at vanilla start screen and immediately with some any roads heading up towards East Death Mountain with our first one.
I was about to say, is this randomized? But then, we had to get it.
And we will get the screen synced up here in just a minute. It just takes us a little bit to kind of get everything balanced out once we see what the delay is.
You do have to love a any road start screen, though. Just lets you get around the map much easier.
Oh yeah, you definitely want any roads as close to start as possible, and you can't get much closer than on your start screen. Looks like we've got any roads. They're kind of almost in a straight vertical line, so didn't really get us much divergence, or I'm not really sure what the word I'm looking for, but they're not spread out across the map as I would like to see. But still, like you said, it gets you somewhere. Oh, and we've already got a wood sword pickup for Stags. I actually, honestly, did not even see where he was. Was he in East Death Mountain?
Or West Death Mountain? Missed that myself.
Yeah, he took the first any road to East Death Mountain, and I didn't see really what he did from there. I think that it was at the open cave at East Death Mountain. Yeah. Chad is confirming open cave next to 1Q9. Yeah, East Death Mountain open cave. That is a bad spot for a wood sword, to be honest, because that's usually one of the last spots you get to. Now, if the any road's getting you up there, they might get there a little quicker. Latebit, meanwhile, finding the candle shop, and it's actually a pretty reasonable price tonight. With extra candles turned off in this flag set, we will have to purchase that candle eventually. Oh, he's got enough! No, go back and buy the candle. Don't not pay. Oh, I would have just immediately walked down one screen and bought that candle.
Maybe he has a different plan. He wanted to save his money.
Yeah, I mean, there is a theory to see if you can find the red candle as maybe like the Armos item or something. But we do have level 8 on Stag screen. He has a sword, but 3 hearts, green tunic, wood sword, and a Wizrobe 8. I'm not sure how long he's going to stay in here. Might just peek a few rooms, see if he can find a free item. Finds a map, and that is one heck of a map.
That's a large 8. I would be bailing out of there pretty soon, especially with the Wizrobes.
Wizrobes, Lionels, Pole's Voice. Yeah, that's a pretty nasty enemy set with, this early in the game with very little in the way of combat. We've got an Armos check on latebit side. Grave Armos, not our Armos item tonight, though.
No, and I don't know if I guess he's hoping he was going to start going up to the wood sword.
Yeah, he's probably going to head over to the grave. This is a mixed first quest overworld, which means there is several extra checks over here. There's 2 push block graves, potential push block graves. They each have a 33% chance of opening.
Those cheap bombs, that's nice.
Yeah, cheap bombs, and there's another one of those candle shops. I would buy 2 packs of those bombs and that candle while you're right here.
Yes, definitely.
Looks like that is what he's going to do. So now he has a candle, which at least gives him some offense. So doesn't have a sword yet, but can do a little bit of damage with that candle. Going to up A back to start. Might start burning some woods here. Yeah.
Stags is spending some time here in 8. Hopefully it pays off for him. Otherwise, it might give latebit some time to catch up because he still doesn't have a sword yet.
That is very true. The yeah, this 8 now he's starting to get key blocked. Yeah, okay, now he's going to leave on this 8.
Yeah, it
looks like it was
a few minutes earlier, but yeah, still.
And we've got a take any on latebit's side, and I swear to God, I blinked and he was up to 5 hearts. I don't know where he got the 4th heart from.
I hope our tracker's on it tonight because these runners are all over the place.
Yeah, lots of divergence, and they are flying right now. There's our potion letter pickup, so latebit can buy potions if he wants instead of having to use a take any on one of them. Oh, and so the blue Octoroks go down to 1 hit, and he would have got a bomb drop on his first global, but 4 rupee bombs, you're not that worried about buying it.
Yeah, too bad he was already full.
He is going to try to peak this level 6 with nothing more than a blue candle, though. And seeing those polls voice make me think that it is going to be a Wizrobe dungeon, and it is. So we got Wizrobes in 6 and 8.
I am surprised that we haven't seen an Armos pool yet. I'll be going for that Armos.
Yeah, well, they've checked a few of them now. Stags has checked Lost Hills, and latebit checked Grave and Death Armos, but looks like it's over in the forest tonight.
That's where I would be heading.
Alright, so latebit now heading over towards he said Forgotten Spot. He's already been west of here, I think. Finds a hint shop at Forgotten Spot. Yeah. Now, in this flag set, you do need the book to understand the old man, so those hints are not going to pay off until we at least find the book. Yes, chat's pointing out the mugger tonight was bombs and keys, so if we find an any key, then we can pay the mugger with an infinite amount of keys. Meanwhile, Stags purchases blue candle. Yep.
Looks like he'll be the first one to Armos, too.
2 small secret, 2 rupee small secret. That is about as small as you can get.
What a rude seed.
38 medium's not bad. 38 medium, 85 large could be better, but I've seen way worse.
I guess with cheap bombs and a fairly cheap candle, small secret like that.
Definitely pays off. Yeah, the bombs and the candle. We've got another dungeon, level 4, over at the bomb spot.
I still wouldn't spend a whole lot of time in these dungeons without checking that Armo spot because, I mean, you never know if it's the any key red ring or something to really help you get through these dungeons a lot faster.
Our TTP race that we just finished, in fact, latebit was in that TTP race, the 6 p.m. Saturday TTP race. Armos item was the red ring, and yeah, it paid off big time to have a red ring just a few minutes in. There is another take, and so latebit's already up to 6 hearts, so he's guaranteed the white sword item if he finds it.
We might see a mags tonight.
We could. Yeah, chat's saying these flags make Armos item extra valuable. They sure do, because Heart Shuffle isn't actually turned on. We have intra-dungeon shuffle tonight, which means every dungeon is guaranteed at least 1 heart container, as latebit finds another large secret. But yeah, every dungeon guaranteed at least 1 heart container. It's just randomized whether it'll be the floor item or the basement item.
Level 3 under the Armos.
That's not a bad thing to find under an Armos. It's not the item that we were looking for.
No, that just means we know where the Armos spot is, so...
Yeah, I And I kind of tend to agree with you. Being 2 screens away, I would almost run down there, check that Armos item, and then come back and dig this level 3. Because if it's a wand or a ring or something like that, you could get through this dungeon a lot quicker.
Yeah.
It is a much friendlier enemy set, though. At least it's not Wizrobes.
That's true, and a very tiny dungeon, too. So, you know, if it's nothing too crazy in here, if he can get through it pretty quickly without too many obstacles in his way, then I guess it's worth the dig.
That shape reminds me of something, and I can't think of what it is off the top of my head, but it's like some kind of a cartoon character. And there's a heart container on the floor in 3. But what was that cartoon I used to watch where like the things were shaped like that?
I'm looking at it too. I mean, it looks like, I mean, a guy with his arms, you know, out. I don't know.
Yeah, there was a cartoon that and the people were chat's calling out Atari ET, which is probably even closer to that shape than what I'm thinking of.
Tutor.
Oh, we got a recorder. Meanwhile, latebit did find level 5. We kind of talked right over that, but went in, looked around, but again, still doesn't have a sword, so just kind of looking for free items. Finds level 7 at 1Q3. So we're flying through. We only have 3 more dungeons left to find, and we're only 10 minutes in.
Definitely found a lot of dungeons. Latebit's definitely wasted a lot of time though, without any kind of swords, any kind of offense really to get them through anything.
I think Fury Fire is the winner in chat tonight. The Moon Aliens from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I'm 90% sure that that's what I'm thinking of.
Definitely was hoping for a free item in 7, but not the case. But we got a free try.
Free Triforce, and if this is a of 4 or 5, oh no, it wouldn't be 4 or 5 or 6 Triforce entrance into 9. Getting a free Triforce out of 7 is not a bad thing.
Yeah, with no sword yet, you definitely just take that one and run at this point.
Yeah, and hope you don't have to come back and dig any items.
Meanwhile, Stags is pretty much full cleared this level 3, I believe.
Yeah, still looking for this Triforce. It must be in this room, because I think he's seen everything else. No, it's not. There's a couple rooms to the left he hasn't seen. Yeah, key positive came out +3.
Is it not going to be? He might be ladder blocked unless he can bomb from the other direction.
Wow. Well, that's a turn of events.
I did not see him attempt to bomb left from that other room, but
I believe that's our 3rd and final large secret over in the forest.
we also got level 1, so I didn't catch where that was at.
What was the Armos item? I didn't see what it was. Was it the ladder? Chat's saying ladder. Oh yeah, it must have been the ladder because you've gone right back in. So Armos item was the ladder tonight. That is very nice. And you are right here next to the coast. Go get that free coast item.
But what we were saying a minute ago, like, he could have grabbed it before even hopping in this dungeon, but...
Yeah, and it would have saved them a little bit of backtracking, but, well... Oh, well, okay, so the Triforce isn't even on this side of the map. He passed through the Triforce room. It must have been Triforce under a Gleeok, the 3-headed Gleeok chat's calling out. All right. Chat's the MVP tonight. They are on top of this.
Yeah, they sure are.
But we're already getting into some recorder checks.
Latebit's definitely got a good bit of overworld, I guess, taken care of, but he's still missing his sword.
Yeah, he's found quite a few dungeons that Stags has missed, but Stags, it kind of seems to go this way sometimes whenever you get an early sword, because then, you know, Stags spend some time in dungeons, and he finds dungeon 2.
2. What are we missing?
Dungeon
Level 9?
9 is the only dungeon we have not found yet. This is shaping up to be a jet seat as long as the items aren't crazy buried in these dungeons.
Now I'm gonna take a wild guess. Like 9's got to be like raft or power bracelet block, and it's gonna be somewhere deep in 8.
I want to see the one thing I haven't seen in a long time.
Whoa, we got silvers on the floor.
I was just getting ready to say the one thing I haven't seen in a long time is a Goma blocking silvers, to where you have to go back and buy wood arrows to get the silver arrows. But I guess that's not happening tonight.
We will not see that.
Oh, and a wood
as
arrow
latebit picks up the wood arrows.
Wow. I mean, I can't blame him. He's got the money. When you have that much money this early, you want to spend it before you give it back to door repairs. But man, and here's our map of level 2, and that's a small 2, a very linear. Once again, there's a choke point right here. But,
did we see the coast item yet?
We have not seen the coast item yet.
That would be interesting. That would be interesting if it was the bow.
Yeah, Stags was making his way there, but found level 2 along the way and decided to dig it out. Meanwhile, Latebit's going to find his level 4. Still does not have that wood sword, and he is not in the right area to find it. Now, what would be really interesting is if the coast item is, let's say, a wand or the white sword. That would really save Latebit right now, because he could get that Armos ladder and then go grab that. Stags takes a death.
Oof, that was a rough death, because that was like deep in 2, right?
Yeah, he was, I think, in the Triforce room or one room away.
Again, check the coast item, because it could be red ring.
Could be. It's funny because Latebit doesn't have a sword, but has the Triforce lead.
That is funny. Definitely interesting takes from both of these runners here.
Yeah.
He's going to be happy to find his ladder here in a minute, hopefully.
Yeah, and for him, it would pay off big time to go check that coast item immediately. Stags gets his Triforce out of 2.
All right, we're tied with 1 try apiece.
All right, and now Stag's heading towards the coast, gonna bird something along the way. Latebit's gonna peek this 3.
He's peeking every dungeon. I mean, at some point you got to think, like, you know, I need my sword. I need something.
Yeah. I kind of fall into this myself sometimes, where I start looking for free items, and I finally the other day, oh, it is the white sword. He needs to go get his ladder.
Oh,
go get that ladder.
Wow, that could have paid off big time for him.
But yeah, I kind of fall into that sometimes, and I'm like, 15, 20 minutes now almost that we're into this seed that I spent digging dungeons. The one time that it pays off doesn't make up for the, 20 times that it doesn't. It's just like...
Yeah, I mean, this one could have been super jet, really. I mean, if you would have went immediately for the Armos, you would have grabbed the white sword, and then you would have just been selling from there.
All right, so Latebit found level 2. He's going to go check his coast, and now he's going to be happy. He's going to be happy that he finally has a sword, but he might also be like, oh my god, how long has my enemy had this sword? Not my enemy, my opponent. We're all friends here. We're not enemies.
18 minutes in and just getting the ladder and finding out the ladder item is the white sword. I think I would feel a little behind at this point.
Temporary enemy, yeah. Chat's calling.
So now that he got a sword, where do you think he's gonna go now?
I mean, if I was him, I'd go right back into 2 and 3 that are over here. I'd go 2, 3, and 4 that are all right here in the forest and the coast. It looks like he's gonna go bomb the coast, though.
Yeah, I mean, he might as well get these spots checked off his map. But oh, we got a book, white sword item.
That could be big, especially early. These in this flag set, getting the book as early as possible is huge to get those hints, because it seems like I don't know if I just have bad luck or what, but I always find the book and it's so late in the seed that I basically already have it narrowed down where like everything has to be. Like I already have enough items and know where everything else pretty much has to be, that I'm like, the book is useless to me at this point.
Yeah, and I've also bought hints that have been useless. You know, they've told me everything that I've already gotten.
Yeah. You buy a bunch of hints, and no, I have seen other people. You know, I was watching a race the one day, and they basically had a 50-50 chance between silvers and 8 or silvers and 9, and they bought the hints, and it said silvers are an 8. They actually straight up hint silvers and 8, and their opponent gambled on silvers and 9, and it was like, okay.
Well, here we go. This should help out latebit a little bit, and he ain't really that far behind. Stag spent some time in that level 8 earlier, I believe, and that kind of cost him some time. So,
and like you were saying, the overworld exploration, it actually might favor latebit a little bit. Yeah, if he gets back into this 2, 3, and 4, he's found 8, so he might go into 8 now. I would still go back into 2, 3, and 4. What's the large secret this time? Chat's asking is 85.
Yeah, I mean, he also found 1 too, right? Like level 1 is
he found
there
level
in the dead
1
woods, so I would go there because you could probably get your bow or something there.
Yeah, he has found dungeons 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 7. But I think he actually found 6 as well. I think he has. I honestly think that he has found all the dungeons. I think he has seen all of the dungeons, because this is 8. So as long as he saw 6 along Candle Row, he has seen dungeons 1 through 8, and we're all still looking for dungeon 9.
Let's see if he bails here. I mean, I don't know why he would dig 8 still, but he's still got, especially when it's full of whiz robes. I know 8 has 2 items in it, but
yeah, with the whiz robes, it's kind of there's easier enemy sets out there. Maybe once he sees this map, he might realize that he shouldn't spend a whole lot of time in here.
But watch him luck up here and kill this manhandler and find something that Stags didn't when he was taking this. That's not going to do boomerang. Much.
Not what we really wanted to see.
Stags took a death in level 6 to something.
Yeah, level 6 is another. A lot of runners with this flag set will avoid level 6 until they know how many Triforces they need, because honestly, anymore, I would almost rather dig a 7 than 6. And I was always the, hashtag never 7, but
same, but this flag set, for some reason, the maps that I've seen for 7 so far have been pretty small for the most part.
Chat saying, is there a time when you would pick up the bloomerang over the orangerang? This situation, basically, if you see the first boomerang, Alsoa always has a saying that the first boomerang you see is the correct boomerang to pick up. I mean, this would be about the only time that you would do it is if you just haven't seen any boomerang first and it's very early in the seed. Then yeah.
I agree. I mean, I used to pass up on the boomerang all the time, but then you run into those situations where you really wish you had a boomerang to get a bomb on the other side of a river room or something.
Yeah, exactly. Or I mean, the one nice thing about it is when you are like traversing the overworld or even in dungeons, you can stun the enemy and then just walk across them without actually having to kill them.
That's also nice too, yeah, to be able to just use it to stun them, or even the Armoses on the overworld, just to stun those while you're checking them.
A very underrated death to the Blue Wizard by latebit. Very underrated use of the boomerangs is dig doggers. You whistle and then you pause it, pull out your boomerang, and then stun the baby dig doggers.
I actually
dig doggers,
use that method in the swordless run.
Mm. All right, I think this is our first check of the whoa. Well, I was going to say the waterfall area.
I hate taking a death on that screen.
Yeah, that's a bad screen to get back to, and especially he already had the the ladder, so he could have checked the river spots and gotten them just crossed off.
Yeah, I mean, who knows though? Sometimes deaths can reroute you in a way where it was a good way. So if he keeps going towards the Deadwoods, he's gonna find a few levels here.
He's gonna find level 5 right here, I believe. Yeah, so
yeah.
And level 5 will have one of our bomb upgrades, which right now he will not be able to afford at 46. There will be more than that. That's another reason why latebit should probably get back to level 5. 1, it's a smaller dungeon, and 2, he could get the bomb upgrade right away.
I mean, my guess is he's trying to clear his overworld to try to find level 9 to figure out how many Triforces he needs. But I think at this point, we think it's got to be overworld blocked, right?
So. We haven't seen a whole lot of bomb walls in level 9, or level 9. We haven't seen a whole lot of bomb spots in Death Mountain, so it could be up in Death Mountain. But yeah, it is it is looking that way. Red Candle in level 5. That is our item in level 5.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, to try to find level 9, because I mean, at this point, it'd be nice to know how many Triforces you do need. Answer your question in chat as far as the big shield. I mean, as far as screen scrolling, I mean, it does kind of affect your usual spot where you would normally, set the pixel on to do the screen scroll. So in a ways, it does.
All right, so Stag's got his Triforce out of 5. That is a very quick level 5. Got the item and the Triforce. And picked up. I honestly think the Red Candle is one of the more underrated items. There is probably the first take any that latebit took that I missed earlier. It was at the 1Q potion shop. Oh, we've got hints. We've got hints. Manhandler threatens with the recorder. Okay, we already knew that, but latebit did not, so that is useful for him. Gleok returns with magic boomerang. We already knew that as well.
Ooh, Gria grumbles with the bow. So the bow's in 7. So with that knowledge,
the hashtag number 7 would have been bad tonight. Old man was no old man. We have the old man was the book tonight.
So with Silver's being pretty free in level 2, and latebit getting once he gets the
Oh, we've got a
Silvers.
high five, both runners right in level 1 at the same time.
That's always fun. Just because you can get to see the different routings and the dungeons.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What was your thought about the bow and the silvers?
That if I mean like since he knows where the bow is, I mean the silvers are pretty free. So as soon as he finds the bow and then level 2, he should be pretty much Triforce and go.
That is a very good point, because he knows that the bow is in 7. Stags did not, so if Stags goes into 7, finds that early free Triforce, and leaves, that's a huge turning point in this race.
Yeah, I mean, because I mean, initially it does seem like I mean, even at this point, Stags has a tiny bit of lead.
And there is our map of 1. We knew it had to be segmented because of the transport staircase. The only way 1 would have a transport staircase is if it was segmented. I don't know. It just kind of looks like a blob to me.
It looks like they are taking similar paths, but with Late Pit going for the Triforce.
Ah, man, I would have. Well, I mean, okay. He doesn't know where silvers are, but he knows where the bow is. We kind of know that, like, there might be some quality of life items in here in this level 1. You know, like a red ring or an any key, but
Well, we still
know
haven't
that
found level 9, and that could be behind a power bracelet.
that is
spot.
true. It could be power bracelet or rafts blocked. We do have the recorder. Well, Stags has the recorder. Latebit has a hint about where the recorder is. And the recorder opens up more overworld spots than anything else in this seed. Here, this will be our basement item, or maybe that's actually where the transport.
I feel like right now, just looking at the key count for both of them, any key would be huge, and there's the raft on the floor.
So Latebit finds it. Well, Latebit knew where level 3 was, but he's back in level 3. He knows the recorder's in here, so that's probably why he's back in here.
If you played enough of these siege, keys sometimes are a problem.
This flag set has been notorious for key blocks, isn't it?
Yeah, and then I've had one seed just continuously just drop 5ers, and I could not find a key to save the life. I ended up buying like 3 or 4 keys.
Yeah. And it seems like what will happen is you'll find one dungeon where all the keys are. You'll go into one dungeon and find like 5 or 6 keys and come out and be like, oh, okay, well, now I'm set. And then, of course, it always happens that the next dungeon you find has the any key. But
once you start stacking up on keys, it's usually happens that way.
yeah. So Stags took a death in this level 1. He's still looking for the other item. Found the staircase heart.
Level 1 is eating up some time a little bit for him, considering how small it is. Having no keys, that might be a problem too. So it's got to be behind this.
Alright, Triforce pickup out of 1 for Stag, so he takes the Triforce lead 3-2.
So we only got the raft out of 1, correct? We didn't see the second item?
He got the raft and a heart. Now, that could always be the coast heart, but, oh, there were 2 hearts in level 1? Okay, so the second item in level 1 was the coast heart. Okay.
Double heart 1, and Stags is in 7. Let's see what he does, because he does not know the bow is in here. So let's see if he finds the trying it gets out of here.
Latebit, meanwhile, will get his recorder out of level 3. And he also already has the compass, which was something that Stags did not have early. He ended up having to come back for that, so this will be a much quicker level 3 for latebit than it was for Stags. Oh, and Stags actually doesn't even have the Triforce out of here, so latebit is looking for the heart. He must be maybe thinking about mags. Or maybe he's just thinking about keys. I would not be worried this early about a mags play with White Sword already, but
he might be looking for a heart. I mean, I think that was a 3 or 4 headed.
No, he already picked up the recorder out of the basement. He shouldn't be looking for the item.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have to fight this.
Oh, he entered the Gleeok room with 1 heart. I don't like when. I don't know how runners play with the weird pastel colored art, because to me they just all look white. I don't know, maybe I'm colorblind. I mean, I'm the only person in my family that doesn't wear glasses, so I don't know,
no, you're not wrong. I can't tell the difference either.
Maybe my vision isn't as good as I think it is, but yeah, to me it just all looks white.
Oh no, he was down to 1 head and he died to the last one. Ouch. One thing that I really loved that the change, I don't know, they made like a year or so ago, I don't know when, but when they allowed you to do the change to pause strats and select swap, because sometimes pause strats come in handy, specifically for fighting Gleeoks on half a heart.
Yeah. Yeah, I never really used the pause strats because I just was never good enough to be able to use them. I feel like that's a kind of a top tier runner strat. So yeah, I basically do the same. I just run face first into the Gleeok and hope that I have enough health to face tank it.
I used to not use pause strats, and then I started running Vanilla Quest 2, and there's some spots there where it really comes in handy.
Oh, well, there's the Triforce out of 7, but looks like Stags is going to try to dig an item. latebit, meanwhile, gets the Triforce out of 3, so he ties up the Triforce count 3-3. Stags is going to take this transport. Gets rewarded with a key, up A's back to start. He's probably going to just grab the Triforce now and leave, is my assumption.
Yeah, it's very tempting, but oh look, I mean,
looks like he's going to continue on. This is a big time play for Stags.
Yeah, he does not know this yet, but it is the right move.
And there's a lot of old men in here that are probably going to give latebit some information as well once he comes back in with that book. Oh, and there's the Triforce pickup for Stags. Once he realized he can't bomb out of that old man room, yeah, he's gone, and God knows when he's coming back here. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, that could be the turning point right there, because, I mean, latebit already has that knowledge that he knows it's in 7. Yeah. He already has the try in 7, so at this point, he's just collecting Triforces, and, I mean, he really needs to find level 9 at some point just to know how many tries he needs, but we know he needs at least 5.
Yeah, and I cannot blame him one bit for that, because, like I said, I am firmly in the Never 7 crew myself.
Yeah, I was that until this flag set, honestly, because I think we said earlier, I mean, this level 7s, and you even saw this that huge.
Yeah, and to your point earlier, sometimes keys are such an issue that you're almost better off digging some larger dungeons because they're not as linear, so you can find workarounds and you'll come out key positive.
Yeah, at this point, still with only 1 key. I mean, latebit's doing okay with 3, so
Chat saying what blocked late bit in 4? Yeah, it looks like he was probably just like bomb blocked. Well, I don't even know. The very first time he was in here, he didn't even have a sword, so he might have just failed because of that. This is actually a drop room in level 4. This is the only level that the maze room drops, but it did not drop tonight, unfortunately.
There's one bomb wall there. Light lights can be so annoying, especially if you only have the wood sword and there's tons of them.
Yeah. They can also be your best friend because the seed I was just playing, likes were in the same room as Dark Nuts, and so you could just get the pancake armor and fight the Dark Nuts as they came near.
That's one way to do it.
Trade 1 heart of health to take down a bunch of Dark Nuts. So we are getting some bomb checks up in Death Mountain now on Stag's side. This will be interesting if level 9 is up here and is not, in fact, overworld blocked.
What do y'all say in chat? What do you want? 5, 6, 7 tries? 8? All 8? Gotta catch them all?
I mean, I kind of still want to see a 5 try just because I'm still rooting for the Jet Seed. I mean, we're kind of past Jet Seed time since there were literally tournament races that have finished with less than 40 minutes. But I think, I mean, to me, anything under an hour is pretty much a Jet Seed.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some of these flags where like almost every single racer finished under an hour. And then I've seen some races where every racer finished almost in an hour and a half plus.
Yeah.
Just depending on like the seed that it threw at them.
Yep. Now, so Latebit gets his Triforce out of level 4, sitting at 253 rupees. I wonder if he might go buy a blue ring or do something with this money. I don't really know what else there'd really be to buy. He's got 5 keys, doesn't really need to buy keys.
Do you remember where the book was? Because that would be very helpful for Stags, is if he could find the book.
So the book was down in the forest by the lake. There's our last take any up on Death Mountain. No. We've already seen that take any. I already have that take any marked off on my own personal tracker. I guess Latebit must have seen it. Yeah, the White Sword item book was down by what they call Lake 3. The burn bush by Lake 3. Over by the forest.
So yeah, with Stag still not knowing what the White Sword item is.
Yeah, and Stags saw it. Yeah, chat's calling it out. Yeah, Stags knows where the book was. He just didn't have enough hearts to pick it up the first time he was there. Latebit's gonna find the wood sword.
I do remember that, and like, yeah, with as many rupees as he has, it does have to be in the back of his mind. And like, once he finishes his Death Mountain, he's got to go back there and get the book and buy some hints with as much money as he has.
Yeah. Latebit must know. I bet Latebit has probably seen every open spot and knows that that's where the wood sword was because he didn't even continue out that way to check it.
The Dark Nuts were giving him a little bit of a problem there, but he got around them.
Yeah, so we're gonna get our first raft check over here by at 1Q4. That is not our level 9. I'm not sure if Stag saw all of Death Mountain or if he just ran out of bombs and upade back to start.
I think he ran out of bombs. He missed a couple of spots, but a late bit's going in a different direction, so I think we're good with Death Mountain, which I think that means we think You got a PB block 9, maybe?
Yeah, there's probably still some recorder blocks. I don't know if either runner has recorded the desert yet. I mean, they were both like all around there, so I gotta think they probably did, but I don't remember seeing either one of them go towards the desert. There's also the
I'm pretty sure somebody
grave
did
recorder.
the desert.
Okay. Grave recorder and spot where you can do the world wrap recorder, but yeah, other than that, there's a coast raft. I don't think's been checked, and then yeah, we're PB block.
So that can add another twist to things.
Well, 8-bit was on the screen with level 7. I thought he was going in there to get the bow, but he is... I don't know what he's doing, to be honest. This is a recorder screen. I don't know if he's checked it. Okay, now he's checking it. Okay.
It opens.
Meanwhile, Stags already checked this. I don't remember what it was, but Stags definitely checked this already. Stags is back into level 6. We know that level 6 is not his answer, but we have not seen the item out of here, so again, it might be a quality of life item, such as an any key or a red ring. Or even a wand. You wouldn't turn down a wand. Or a power bracelet, yeah. Could be a power bracelet. Could be a required item. It could be the power bracelet. Why not buy a potion at 255 rupees? That's a darn good question, and one we'll ask in the post-race interview. Unless he's just looking for a blue ring shop. I know we saw one. I didn't mark it on my own personal side tracker, but
yikes, that's a rough death to just take.
I believe into it. I believe the blue ring was 253 rupees when we saw it.
I wonder if Stags is somewhat forgotten about the book. Maybe he's going back there now.
Yeah, it looks like he's going. He's one screen away. This is the screen with the book, so he's getting the book, and I bet he's going to go buy hints immediately after this.
Yeah, I was.
Which this is huge if he goes and buys those hints, because with him already having silvers, all he needs to do is find out where the bow is. Well, and potentially push power bracelet.
Did we see both hint spots, or just the one that the late bit already checked?
We saw both hint shops, I believe. Thought we did. I only have one marked on my side tracker, though. Stags, meanwhile, is back in 8. He did not go by hints. He is back in level 8. Interesting. Interesting move.
This
okay. Here's the other hint shop. The other hint shop is the recorder spot over by the coast.
I mean, he knows the bow is in 7.
And Latebit just got the silver arrow hint, so now he has the hint for the bow and the silvers. He is out.
Wow, that's huge.
He didn't even buy the third hint. I actually would have probably bought the third hint just to see if it was something relating to level 9, and you've got plenty of money. But okay, he is in level 2 now. He's not leaving here without his silver arrows. Yeah, sure. Check for the power bracelet too. Yeah, power bracelet would have been a good. He might not. I mean, he might still have some spots to check. I feel like maybe the overworld exploration has swung back into Stag's favor. Maybe Latebit doesn't realize that 9 is quite possibly power bracelet block.
Yeah, that would be huge for Stags to find the power bracelet. Especially since Latebit already has the silvers.
Well, there's the silvers.
As right now. And now he knows where the bow is, so I'm assuming that's where he's going to be going next, is level 7 to pick up that. And then, I mean, from there, he's just going to cruise to find level 9, I guess, in the PB. But the PB could be huge for Stags.
To be honest, I'm kind of surprised that he didn't already go back to level 7 for that power or for the bow. Might have just been looking for more combat upgrades. But yeah, I mean, he walked right through the screen that level 7 was on. I even called it out. I was like, oh, I thought he was going to get his bow, and then he walked past her and continued just on.
Now, Stags does not have the bow hint, so he does not know the bow is in 7, right?
No, Stags hasn't bought any hints yet, so he doesn't know. Yeah, I mean, that's the only hint that really helps him at this point.
Yeah, with that many rupees, and he just picked up the bow, why he didn't go and just buy the hint and dig this huge 8. What else?
Maybe he wants the recorder to bow last with more hearts, any key, whatever. Fun. That's a good point. He does have the recorder. So he can always just record her back to 7 later, and he might feel like he's but the only reason why I still question that is because he bought wood arrows. Like he had, like, why buy the wood arrows if you're not going to go dig the bow?
Good point there.
He's looking for this, maybe for this heart container. Oh. Speaking of room that you would like to have bow and arrows in.
Oof, yeah.
Maybe if you just yell really loud in your mic, maybe somebody in the world still has a Famicom with a working controller and picks up your voice.
This is still going to be, this could be a long seed if we end up finding that, like, all Triforces are going to be required here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it could turn into an hour and a half-ish seed. I still think it's going to be somewhat quick, but just because, I mean, latebit's already up to 5. Knows where both bow and silvers are.
I guess that all depends on how long it takes Stags to dig the Triforce out of 8 here, and if that's even required to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. Well, if the power bracelet's in 8 and it's required to get into 9, then this could turn into a really smart play for Stags.
So the item in 6 is also missing as well too, right?
I do not have anything marked on 6, no. And did we see the item in 4? I don't have an item marked for 4, 6, 7, and 1 missing in 8. And I don't see an item marked for 4 on our tracker either, so I don't think we've seen the item marked for 4.
So there's a few possibilities out there. I mean, choosing 8's not...
Oh, there it is! Gleok lurks with the power bracelet. It's in level 4. Level 4 is the... Latebit just saw it. Saw the hint in level 7.
Well, there you go. So that means at level 8 is probably holding either a red ring or an any key.
Or a boomerang.
Or the yellow boomerang, or we already seen one boomerang already. Can't remember which one.
Yeah, we already saw the magic boomerang in level 8. So if this is a double boomerang 8, then yeah, Stags is probably gonna break something once he finds it. At least I would. I have been known to throw very expensive headsets against a wall.
I mean, this is the thing about Rando. It's just, I mean, it's all about choices, and sometimes, you know, making the choice to, like, stay in a dungeon like that pays off, and you end up finding something really valuable. And other times, you just end up spending a lot of time just doing, you know, end up dying and then walking out with nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like chat was asking why latebit left level 7. Looks like he ran out of bombs, so he went back to 4. He whistled back to 4 Okay, this is good. He's in level 4, so he whistled back to 4 to both buy bombs, and now he can dig the power bracelet out of level 4. So
Yeah, this is big.
yeah,
So
right now, yeah, that book and those hints are paying off big time right now for latebit. Stags, meanwhile, back in level 3, he's already got the item out of here, so he's basically just in here for the Triforce, I'm guessing. Again, another curious play. You know, I never want to like guess, second guess our runners here, but if you haven't found 9 yet, I would be back into a dungeon that I don't have the Triforce out of, looking for the item and the Triforce, versus going into an item, just going and digging out Triforces. Because you might find 9, it might be 5, and if it's 5, then I don't know.
I mean that's definitely the logical play with these flag sets for sure.
So this Goliath fight should go a little bit smoother this time. Now that he's got a white sword, and he does, so he is up to 5 Triforces. All right, back to level 4.
My main question for Stags, though,
7.
still is just he still hasn't bought any of those hints, and that's kind of where the late bit has got the lead here. Is just the knowledge.
Yeah. And I fall into that a lot too myself. Like, a lot of times I think, it's just probably hubris on my part to, think that I know more than I do, and I, don't use the hints near as much as I probably should. But
same here.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if they're like out of the way too to get to. I mean, you never know like what hints. Like we talked earlier, we've gotten some useless hints before, so. If it's gonna take a while to get there and end up walking away with nothing, then that could be a lot of wasted time.
All right, now here is a potential game-changing play. Stags is in level 4, so if he gets the power bracelet out of 4 first, he's still got to get back to 7, and I don't know when he does that without those hints. If you don't buy those hints, then know that you need to get back to 7. I don't know if that's the first dungeon that I go back to.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, because he still does he know about the Boomy and 8, or was that late bit that found it earlier?
The magic boomerang. I think late bit is who found it.
So according to Stags, there's still 2 outstanding items in 8.
Yeah, it was late bit that found the magic boomerang in 8.
So yeah, I mean, it definitely makes sense why he was digging it a minute ago, just since there's 2 items in there, but...
Yeah. Ooh. So I also saw somebody say the power bracelet could be bow blocked. I don't know if they were talking about that Goma right there as a potential floor drop.
Ooh. That could be something, right?
Yeah. Okay, there's a blue ring purchase for late bit. I like that a lot. I like
why not?
Defense.
I mean, why not? I mean, he's got 6 keys.
Honestly, I am better with defense than offense. And honestly, that's a sign of like a poor runner, to be honest. If you're like, the good runners will always prioritize offense over defense, but I love me some defense. Just the last seed I ran got a red ring and a wood sword, and red ring early and finished the entire seed with a wood sword. I cannot avoid fireballs or arrows or anything. So I love me a blue ring purchase.
Well, Stag's got the try out of 4 without the power bracelet. Let's see if he's going to go back in there. I will never
This-
turn down a red ring,
Oh
or
yeah, definitely.
or a blue ring if I have enough money. It just depends on
I
where I'm at and how much money I have.
I honestly start almost every seed prioritizing a blue ring purchase. I mean, I save money. In this flag set, obviously, I have to buy a candle, so that's my first priority with my money. Once I buy the candle, though, I won't buy anything else until I get a blue ring or a red ring. If I find a red ring, then obviously. But all right, so Stags back into level 4. Late bit heading back into level 7. Ran out of bombs once again. Had to go.
By Stags, I mean, because he needs to get the power bracelet, and we know it's got to be in 4. So as soon as he gets that, we'll be able to find 9.
Stags now with the book is getting the old man hints in the dungeon, at least, even though he hasn't bought other hints. Man, this 7. And I'll tell you the other thing that I am starting to notice. Both runners now have had to leave and go buy bombs. Like, bomb luck in this seed has been awful for both of these runners.
Yeah, and this 7 is like a maze. It's just like where's the bomb hole and where's the path?
Okay, there's a blue ring purchase for Stags. So now we're tied up on combat and defense. I like this. I like this a lot. Stag's going to go check the coast raft, which we actually have not seen. If this is level 9, this is huge.
Ooh, that would be big. I didn't realize we didn't check the spot yet.
Oh, it is!
Oh,
it's level 9!
Oh, no.
Oh, my God!
How many tries? 8! Ooh,
8!
gotta catch them all!
We need them all! We need them all! Stags does have the Triforce lead, though, 6-5.
All right, who is our chat winner from earlier? I know we
Oh no! So you know what that also means? I just realized the whole ramification of this. Latebit doesn't have the raft yet out of level 1. So when is he going to go back to 1 to get the raft? If he prioritizes the power bracelet and then does all of his power bracelet spots before he goes back to level 1 to get his raft. Oh no!
Wow, yeah, that's huge. Whoa.
All right, Stag's back into this level 8.
This seed certainly has thrown some curveballs at us.
Oh my goodness, Stags can't afford the hints now. Yeah, there's Stags buying the hints is a pipe dream at this point. I think that he's already seen all the large secrets, and he's done with his overworld exploration. He's not going to find more secrets. So unless he digs out enough rupees and dungeons to buy secrets, he's just full clearing the seed at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he knows where all the dungeons are. Stags does not know what the white. No, yeah, he found the. Never mind. So there's no reason.
All right, Triforce pickup out of 8 for Stags. Well, I mean, important items in 9 is not turned on in this flag set, so he knows the bow can't be in level 9. So there's no gambling on level 9 at this point. He's the one that has silver. Well, they both have silvers. He was just the first one to have silvers. Yeah, what do you do at this point? You got to pick a dungeon to dig.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to go in. I mean, Stags at least knows that all the Triforces are required.
So, looking at Stag's personal tracker, he has no items marked in 4, 6, 7, or 8. So, he's back in 6. There's the bow. The bow is the basement item in level 7.
You'd rather it be the
basement item than the floor item. Well, we knew it was in 7, but you'd rather it be the basement item than the floor item. I don't know if we saw the floor hard or not. I haven't been Really.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, I did not see the floor item either. So we knew the item was the boat in 7, but we didn't know it was the basement item. But yeah, that can be big for late bit too, because that gives him a lot of offense with these bunnies that are in pretty much every single dungeon.
Yeah. And he is back in 4, which means he's probably going to find that power bracelet. And if he runs around the overworld doing all these power bracelet checks before he gets back to 1 doing the raft, that might buy Stags the time that he needs to get back into this race. Especially with him already having the Triforce lead.
Yeah, and that raft spot will get you sometimes. I mean, there's only 2 of them, and if you check one and like the other one's on the opposite side of the map, and you kind of forget about it sometimes, and and then like when you do remember, you're like, it can't be that last spot. The chances are that it's definitely a power bit versus spot. So I can definitely see why.
Yeah, I've got 6 power versus spots versus 1 raft spot. Yeah, exactly.
It's like the power bracelet is.
In this and there is the power bracelet. Basement item in 4. Picked up by a late bit, and he is out. Well, he already had the Triforce, so yeah, he it looks like he is probably gonna go start doing some power bracelet checks.
Yeah, so really
power bracelet hunk of junk it appears to be, yes.
So this is going to be how long it takes Stags to find the bow versus how long it takes late bit to realize 9 is the raft spot.
The best thing that the power bracelet is covering at this point is a take any.
Late bit still has 3 tries to get to. That's rough. Man, he's going to be walking all over the map, checking all those PB spots. I'm not sure which tracker does Slatebit use. Does he use the Z tracker, Z helper? Well, looks like we got the mags under a PB, so there's something. It ain't completely useless unless they decide not to pick it up.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I had to mute there for a second, but yeah. So LateBit uses Z Helper and Stags uses Z Tracker. So yeah, I guess we did not see mags. So yeah, Power Bracelet covers mags and a take any, I believe.
Yeah, whatever else is under this last one, very far in here.
Not that LateBit's really hurting with keys at 6, but Stags is building up quite a key count going through this level 6.
You know what that means, 8.
Right? Any key time.
Yes, any key's got to be in 6.
Well, we got a medium secret under a push block at least.
It's getting down to some of the last PV spot checks, so eventually he's going to realize that it's that raft spot on the very far east coast.
Yeah, meanwhile, while he's doing all these power bracelet checks, Stags is going to get his last piece of the Triforce. So now he's just in bow and go mode. Is that a thing? Did I create a new saying?
Yeah, I guess so. Bo would go. But the thing is like he's gonna have to gamble between like once he finds the item in 6. I'm assuming he's gonna dig the item out
Ooh,
of here since he's in here.
this is a
He's gonna have to
rough
gamble.
room.
Yeah, he's gonna have to gamble between this and going back to 8. Where I think he still thinks there's 2 items in there.
And that was a bad death right there. He was one room away from the Triforce. All he wanted to do was just check that room real quick. And then he got shuttered in there with a bunch of blue Lionels. And actually took the final blow was from one of the floor BMOs. This is good. Latebit is back in the level 1.
This is really good for him.
This is exactly what he needed to do. Yeah. Makes sense because once you realize that you're again overworld blocked, go back to your smallest dungeons first. Start working from the bottom up. You know, he's already got the item out of 2. I don't know if he has. What's the item? Oh yeah, he's got the item out of 3. He's got the item out of 4. Yeah, go back to 1 first. 5 is the next smallest dungeon they doesn't have the item out of.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be big for him. As soon as he finds the raft, hopefully he immediately goes and checks the raft spots. I mean, by now he knows it's raft blocked, right?
I was going to say, I think that he's seen everything else.
So yeah, he knows he's looking for the raft. And once he finds it, he's going to bail as soon as possible.
Yeah. But then he's going to get the bad news that he's got to go back into 3 other dungeons to get Triforces. There's the raft.
Yeah, and at that point, you start feeling those race nerves kick in, like where your where your opponent's like, you got to feel that he's like about to hit the done button.
Yep, that's when you have one eye on the racetime.gg room, looking for your opponent to hit done.
Yep, and just contemplating hitting the forfeit button.
Alright, so he is doing these raft checks. Stags, meanwhile, is still looking for these items in 6, which it's the any key in 6. Okay,
we called it, or you called it.
I was gonna say, yeah, you called that one. Mag's check at 11. It is not 11. Unfortunate. Yeah, we kind of called that up to 9, 10 keys, whatever he was. It was 9 last time I saw. Yep, that's about when you get the any key.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I will say I have had seeds where I have gone into. I remember one specifically. I went into level 9 with 9 or 10 keys. I forget if it was 9 or 10, and I ran out of keys and I had to leave to go dig keys out of another dungeon because I didn't have enough rupees to buy a key. I had to leave to go dig a key out of like a dungeon 7 or whatever to.
When you have that many keys, it's easy just to be, don't really care. Just spin them, whatever. You're just trying. You're level 9. You're just trying to find, Ganon and Zelda as quick as possible. So, I mean, it's easy to burn them real fast.
Yep. All right. So Stags is the first to complete the Triforce of Wisdom. It's the Triforce of Wisdom to get into 9, and the Triforce of Power in 9, right?
Yeah, and it's decision time for Stags here. He's got to decide between level 8 and level 7. And we know the right answer. Let's see if he figures it out.
Looks like he's... He's still whistling. Where's he whistling to? Triforce out of 5 for latebit. He's down to 2 Triforces to go. I mean, he's in Triforce and Go mode. He's just got to run through these dungeons and get the Triforces at this point. He's back in 7. Stags is in 7.
Move. That's the right move. So,
honestly, I'm thinking if I put myself into his mindset, 2 things. 1, I'm thinking I've already seen so much of that freaking level 8. And I am just done with that level 8. But I'm also putting myself into the mindset of you know, we're an hour and 13 in, my opponent hasn't finished yet. Something must be buried in a dungeon, you know, the bow must be buried in one of these dungeons. And so it might be a little bit of metagaming as well of like, yeah, you know, let's head back to 7.
Yeah, I mean that level 8 that map was huge, and
yeah,
the enemy set was not nice either. So
no,
with that being said, level 7 being smaller, and even though it's 2 items versus 1, I would still probably go with level 7 at least. You know, I don't know.
yeah.
Who knows what I would go with at this point?
Stags is out of bombs again though, which could be an issue. I don't remember. I know I do remember latebit leaving this dungeon multiple times to go buy bombs, and so Stags having 0 bombs is probably not in his best interest right now.
That does sound familiar. Yeah.
Oh, and if he clears this room with a sword just to find out he's bomb blocked again, oh, this is gonna be brutal.
Yeah.
Okay, well, with the pulse voice getting, the pulse voice are getting like glitched into the BMO, so half a heart though. Yikes.
Latebit with bow and arrow, he is just going through these levels really
That's
fast.
what I was gonna say. With the polar opposite on latebit's side, he is one-shotting these pulse voice with bow and arrows. Does not have the any key, but
so
yeah, building up a key count. He's back up to 5.
I don't remember exactly where the any key was in 6. I know it fell on the floor somewhere, but
yeah, it was I believe to the right of start, because Stags left. He got like all the way up there, bottom left of 6. Okay, I knew it was like down somewhere, kind of close to start. It wasn't like whenever he like died and took that death, he went a different direction from start.
Yeah, I mean, with 4 keys, I mean, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to find that right now.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you always take an any key over not having an any key, but I mean, maybe if you were already in Dungeon 9 and just looking for Zelda and you go into a basement and see an any key, you might not run down there, but...
Yeah, it just all depends on how many keys you have in your pocket at that point. But
yeah.
He's starting to build his key count up even higher now, and then as he burns one and gets one back.
Yeah. Yeah, this level 6 was pretty key positive. This is where, you know, Stags got up to like 9 or 10 keys.
Yeah, I've had keys in 9 at some, you know, and then some flags and seeds, like in the teens.
Oh,
you know?
And Stags is bomb blocked. He can't get up to that upper section. That choke point has him turned around. He's gonna have to
go. That's rough.
I'm not sure. Okay, he was trying to maybe pirouette something there. I thought he was getting ready to leave to go buy bombs, but
maybe there's some whizzies or something he's trying to get to respawn.
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know if he's. Yeah, so obviously latebit had that one bomb shop marked on his map that was right like one screen away from level 4, because he was whistling the level 4 and then going and buying bombs. I don't know what Stags has marked on his map in regards to... Oh, and he's back in this level 8. No, he left.
No.
He got turned away by bombs and he freaking left.
Yeah, I mean, this is the point where you're like, really, you're looking at the race room, just like waiting for your opponent to hit.
Yeah,
you're just expecting it at this point.
And I think that this is maybe possibly more of that metagaming, thinking that like, okay, well, this level 8 was so brutal that this must be where silvers were, and that's why my enemy hasn't finished yet. Or not where silvers, but I guess they're looking for the bow in this one. Normally, I'm the one looking for silvers. Spin the keys.
Ooh, 2 keys.
Yeah, but he's about to get the any key, I think, right here, right? Was this the any key room?
I don't. I see. Like you said earlier, I cannot tell how many hearts he has. I can't tell if he's in danger or not.
Yeah. This was not the any key room. Next room. Chat saying next room. Okay. This must be the any key room. Okay. And this will be a yeah, there we go.
That's when he's like, "All right, I made the right choice a minute ago."
All right.
Imagine being 2 keys short in the 9 now.
Now the only thing going in Stag's favor is that latebit still has to go back to this 8 to find the Triforce, and I don't remember where the Triforce was in it. So
yeah, and this level 6 dig, I mean, it's taken him a minute to get through it. Did he just get the compass?
Yeah, I think he just got it.
Okay, so now he knows where the try is, so just getting up there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one of those deaths you don't like to take.
That's brutal.
I mean, really, at this point, as a runner, you're really trying to get through it as fast as possible, and running into things is easy to do when you're just you're trying. You're trying to finish as fast as possible. So, and you think your opponent's pretty much already ahead of you.
Hopefully the other item in this 8's at least like a red ring or something to pay off this dig for Stags, because he has spent so much time in this level 8 this seed. This is about, what, his 3rd time in here?
Yeah, he's been in this dungeon for a while, and he's going to be disappointed.
Oh, and it's the other boomerang! It's a double boomerang 8!
I mean, we've called a lot of things on this.
Oh no, and he hasn't seen the magical boomerang yet, which latebit saw the magical boomerang, so I gotta think that it's not that close to start, because I don't know how you'd see the magical boomerang without seeing... I mean, latebit spent a lot less time in here and saw the magical boomerang. I don't know how Stags hasn't seen it yet. I would love to see what their personal trackers of this 8 looks like, if they even track their like smaller dungeons. I don't personally. The only dungeon I track is Dungeon 9, and that's only if I'm looking for silvers. Otherwise, I just kind of keep track of them in my head as best I can.
Well, yeah, latebit just he just pulled up his map of 8. He hasn't really explored too much of it, just the very bottom of it. As far as Stags, I'm not sure.
Yeah, so the magic boomerang has to be not far from the entrance.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there was somebody in chat that asked something about, is there any, ever at any time a good time to die? Occasionally, yes, because it may cause you to reroute a dungeon or reroute the overworld your advantage. So it all really depends.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, sometimes you take a death somewhere and it gets you kind of pointed in the right direction. If you're in the complete wrong quarter of, like for Stags right now, who is in the completely wrong corner of this dungeon, it would probably be best for him to die in this room, unfortunately, and get back to start and find that magic boomerang, and then he'll know that this is the wrong dungeon.
I can't tell you how many lucky deaths I have had that have pointed me and helped me to go in the right direction. Where in the world is this Triforce? it going to be in this room where Stags is right now? Oh no, Stags already got the try. Where was it?
Yeah, I don't remember. He got the Triforce really early. It was kind of one of those weird dungeons where he got the Triforce really early, and latebit saw an item really early. But I don't remember where either of them were. Now, these blue Lionels are bomb droppers, so I would not be afraid to just start throwing some bombs down to my own. He did not get a bomb drop, though, so...
See what this Dick Dogger does.
Maybe this was something? No. Okay, I was going to say, because I do remember the Stags got the recorder first, but... Yeah, Stags is going to be so sad when he sees the second banana. Yeah, you're not wrong there.
Yeah, if we end up seeing a frozen screen on Stag's side, it's not us, it's probably him.
And at this point, I don't know how much more you spend in here, because now it's no longer a 60-30 or whatever you want to say, 66-33. It's a 50-50 basically whether the bow is in here. So how much more time do you spend in here before you go back to level 7?
If I would have to guess, I mean, he is almost full cleared this 8. He's not leaving until he sees that second item, and you know that's going to be soon. But it's just,
I'd like that. I'm honestly curious. I'd like to see him pause so we could get a. Okay, though. There's a.
There we go.
All right, so he's missing like 2 rooms under the like far L column. You know, the first L in level.
This is a nasty room, but the lag will definitely help you sometimes. As you can see, when there's too many enemies on the screen, everything gets slow-mo. It can work in your advantage.
Yeah. Who needs pause strats when you're working with 1986 technology?
Good point.
Meanwhile, latebit sees the second boomerang. I'm guessing he was probably just looking for like a red ring himself, you know, since there's not really any other item. Well, he hasn't seen the any key. Well, no, he did get the any key. So, yeah, red ring's about the only item that he would probably even want at this point.
Well, sadly, that is not going to be an 8. No.
Maybe a wand. No, so hold on. So what do we even have left? A red ring and a wand, is that it? So
9, yeah.
So I guess we can go ahead and update the tracker to say red ring and wand in level 9. Latebit does have the power bracelet. It's not marked on the tracker, but he does have it because he did all the power bracelet checks.
Yeah, I mean, Stags is way up here in the top still. I mean, and I think the item is in the bottom part, right? Bottom right.
Oh. Stags is up top. I don't know where latebit is. I can't see latebit's thing.
Latebit's up top right. That death was good for Stags, I believe, but he should have gone right, I believe.
Oh, okay. I see latebit's thing. I thought that was the compass. So he's under the 8. So it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, that actually was a good death for Stags if he gets back in to start. He needs to go left from here. See those 2 rooms to the left.
Oh, so it's on the left side. I thought it was on the right side.
No, yeah, it should be one of these 2 rooms. When I saw his tracker when he paused, it looked like the only 2 rooms really that he hadn't seen in this area were the 2 bottom left rooms under the L.
I need to start tracking when I do commentaries because it's difficult to keep up with everything.
So Stags is doing the save the room, save the room, save the room, and keep, maybe swapping out some enemies, which is not a bad idea. Try to get rid of that blue wizrobe, honestly. Hey, there you go. All right, Stags is very close now to realizing, basically getting full knowledge. I think he's got to go up one room from here, and he will realize then that he's got to go back into 7. This could actually still turn into a very close race because latebit's still looking for the Triforce. Stags is looking for the bow. This will be the second item for Stags right here.
And if you've played enough of these flags too, the level 9s in these, they have some trickery to them. So there's no telling what might happen in level 9. As Stags finally finds the bad news, and now he's gonna have to go back to 7.
Yeah, and he's got a bunch of bombs. He's gonna do the up A, so he's gonna go into level 7 with full health. He's gonna do the up A health refill. So he's and whistle to 7. Okay, not bad. I would have just walked because there's only 2 screens, but yeah, whistling's just as good. Okay, so you need to make it to that choke point. Up top. I mean, there's a couple rooms you missed along the way, but I would be prioritizing that choke point because that choke point where you ran out of bombs before is what cost you checking 1, 6, 10 rooms. There's 10 rooms above that choke point. Alright, so it looks like latebit did get a compass. I can't. So it's okay. There we go. latebit has the Triforce now out of 8, so he is headed to level 9 with bow and silvers in hand. Stags, meanwhile, is at this choke point that he needs to get through. Just don't get grabbed. Okay.
All right, so latebit looks like he was the first one into level 9. Stags is not really going to be that far behind him, though.
No, if he block clips into this, then he'll be right behind him.
Yeah, this can really come down to the wire. I mean, it's going to really depend on which way they go in 9.
They're going to be less than a minute apart getting into level 9. Because you can whistle right back to, I would whistle to either 3 or 4. You can whistle to either 3 or 4. They're both the equal distance away from 9. 3 is actually, I think, 1 screen closer. No, he whistled to 8. You need to whistle to 3. Oh, he's going to get a health refill. Okay. All right. Well, latebit is into level 9. Yeah. So latebit into level 9 first. All right, level 9.
One of these guys has potions.
That's a good question. I don't know. Okay, well, it's an instant Ganon.
Wow.
I thought I heard a roar. I was trying to turn my headset up there to to confirm that. Oh, and that beautiful stun lock by latebit.
Oh yeah,
that was perfect. 50-50.
That was easy peasy right there. It would be even much easier if Zelda is just right here. I mean, you gotta love those kind of 9s.
Oh, and the hint for the silvers is after you beat Ganon. I love it.
All right, thanks a lot, old man.
All right, so Stags is also going to hear the instant Ganon roar.
Yeah, so
and he'll have Ganon right here.
Hopefully, there's a little bit of trickery to get to Zelda, so because latebit's got a little bit of a head start on him.
Now this is a great race. Yeah. Oh, and Stags did not get the 50-50 on the respawn to get the. Oh, and there's a map for late bit. Not the largest level 9. Basically an average size level 9, I would say. Looks like maybe 50-ish
Yeah, it's a pretty
rooms.
small.
Yeah. And Stags gets the Ganon kill. He got another great stun lock.
You want to take a guess on which room she's at? I'm gonna say top A.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say northeast corner somewhere. I'll say like the third room down in the R on late bit.
We just got the hint that it was in the northwest corner.
Oh, northwest corner. Hmm.
That was a big hit for Stags because.
Oh, where is late bit going?
We out of bobs? Is that what we're doing?
He has one left. He's apparently coming down here to try to farm bombs. Man, I don't know about that.
Ooh, yeah, that might.
I'd rather try to. I'd rather try to work up a count. You know what I mean? Just work up a count.
You see the hit yet? That's late bit.
Okay, well, he got a global. Ooh. Well, that just tightened things up a lot. And now both runners have basically seen the same amount of rooms. And that room does not bomb, so that little one-off nub in there, that's a segment to itself.
Yeah. And late bit goes
goodness.
north, so he's going to miss the hint unless he ends up going back.
Oh, and look at all these bomb droppers right here.
Uh-oh, looks like Stags is in the right. Going in the right. That's one of these. Okay, this could be it right here. This could be it.
They're both, like, right there.
Wow, this is gonna come down to it, but I think Stags is gonna win. Oh no!
Oh, that's a single.
This is the trickery that 9 does sometimes.
This is. Oh my goodness. Stags is out of bombs. If it's a bomb wall to get to her, he might be in trouble.
Yeah, that can be bad.
Did late bits leaving to go farm bombs actually pay off?
It might actually.
Alright, so they're both. I mean, they're both basically in the same areas.
He got a bomb pack on the floor, and I don't know if this keeps going north. He might be in good shape here.
Oh my goodness!
It does not.
No, it does not. But Latebit's just like a room or so behind him. That's the thing. Is like right now, Latebit's just lagging behind a tiny little bit. He's like one room behind. So now he's gonna come up here, find that it doesn't bomb, and
we're gonna have to play who finds the magic staircase first, because this is gonna be one of those trickery 9s.
Oh man. Okay, so we're into a different area for Stags, but now we're back to where he's already seen. Uh-oh, yeah. And he's down to 1.5 hearts. Meanwhile, Latebit's at 1 heart. Both runners low on health. Neither runner has a... Okay. Latebit has found a staircase, though. I don't know if Stags took this staircase. Unless this is how Stags got back to where he was. No.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
I don't... Yeah, that's not...
Have we taken the staircase right here?
Don't know.
Yep, here we go.
Oh! He's in the right area.
Don't die. All right, that's gonna be G's.
All right, get your GGs in chat for Stags28, finishing with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour 37 minutes 46 seconds. Excuse me.
That was a fun one. I mean, it went back and forth for like the entire race. It was crazy.
Yeah. And we are joined by our race winner, Stags28. GG, man. Yeah, like you just heard Rando say, that race went back and forth. We thought you had the early lead, and then we thought that latebit took the lead with the knowledge because he bought all the hints and he knew exactly where Bo Silver's everything was, and then you took the knowledge, the lead back. But yeah, how'd you feel about that race, man?
So right from the get, I thought I was doing really well, finding that wood sword immediately. My thought there, just go to the open cave. There's an open cave right here. And I got completely rewarded. And then I saw the free ladder and the free white sword, and I thought, all this time that I've been kind of fooling around through this, I've just coughed up any potential lead.
You know what? We actually thought that you probably felt that way, but would you believe it or not, your opponent didn't even have the white sword at that time. I mean,
Well,
the wood sword.
Yeah, the white sword was his first sword, and it was at 18 minutes in. So yeah, that was basically a non-factor. Oh, there's the red ring in 9. We already knew by process of elimination, but latebit even just bails on it, doesn't even want to pick it up. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, latebit got the book. He had 6 hearts when he found the white sword item. You only had 4 hearts, so he was guaranteed picking up that book, and he immediately bought a bunch of hints, and like I said, basically knew exactly where Bo and Silver's were. And we kept wondering if you were going to go back and buy the hints, but you never did. Did you ever regret not buying those hints?
No, I was thinking about it. I know I didn't have a ton of cash after getting the blue ring, but I knew that there were a whole bunch of secret spots in the Northwest, West Death Mountain.
Yeah.
So I knew that I had an option there if I wanted to go that route. At that point, I was really kind of frazzled and tilted, just looking for everything and all of the deaths. Let me see. So lots of deaths. I just advanced that screen. And I wasn't feeling super hot.
One advantage that you did have over your opponent is you got the raft out of 1, and you found level 9 first, and you knew that you had to get all of the Triforces out of all the dungeons. How did you feel at that point, though, when you felt like you knew you had to catch them all?
As soon as I knew that I needed all of the dungeons, I felt a little bit better. The 5 dungeon or 5 Triforce seeds, I think, are just so much tougher. And then finding where silvers are, or where the bow is. As it turns out, silvers were the easy part of this one.
Yeah. And yeah, that was one thing I was going to ask you was, you kept going back into 8. You went into 8, I think, at least 3 times, like trying to full dig 8. And I was wondering if that was maybe a little bit of metagaming, like, okay, like my opponent hasn't finished yet, so Bo must be buried somewhere deep in a dungeon. And actually, it turned out that the one item you were missing out of level 8 was only a few rooms from start. You just hadn't gone to the left from start yet. Okay, get your GGs in chat for latebit, finishing with an official racetime.gg time of
1 hour 42 minutes and 16 seconds.
Thank you. I minimized that window and I could not figure out how to put it up. But yeah, going back into 8 over and over and over, that had to have been nerve-wracking, right?
Oh yeah, and frustrating, and all of the things. Getting the hint that Power Bracelet was in 4 was really nice. So I knew I didn't have to go back there, and I knew where all the dungeons were. And, there was a whole lot of frustration.
What was your thought when you saw the second banana in 8?
There was profanity. This is a family show. I don't know that it's appropriate.
And we are joined by our runner-up tonight, latebit, GG latebit. You got the Ganon kill first. You just didn't get the Zelda first. I don't know. Did you even see the hint? Because there was a hint right off a start that said that the kidnapped was in the northwest, which I know Stags saw. I wasn't sure if you ever saw that hint or not.
Yeah, I saw it. That's why I bombed a little bit up there, but just didn't get to the magic staircase in time.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. Yeah, because you actually entered level 9 a little early and got the Ganon kill. It was, I mean, we're talking less than a minute. You guys were less than a minute apart going into level 9. It was actually a crazy good race. You had all the knowledge with buying those hints that you knew exactly where Bow and Silver's were. Stags never bought the hints, so he essentially full cleared this entire seed, went into level 8 multiple times, saw both bananas in level 8, and then finally went and last located the bow in 7. Yeah, you guys were less than a minute apart going into 9, less than a minute apart with the Ganon kill, and then it was just a race to see who finds the magic staircase first.
Yeah, I tend to lose those races, but I knew this was going to be a really good race, so happy it turned out the way I thought it was going to.
Oh, it was an excellent race, neck and neck the entire time. We thought at some point you had a pretty big lead, especially when it comes from like the knowledge side of things. If you would have dug the raft out of 1 earlier on, would you have checked the raft spots before thinking that, it would have been PB blocked?
Oh yeah, for sure, because I had some good recorder spots to get me over to the to where 9 ended up being. So I definitely would have checked that before doing 4 for the PB if I had it, but I didn't. So
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was one thing that cost you some time, was like you spent, a good couple of minutes going around the whole overworld checking all the PB spots.
Yeah, when I figured out that 9 was world blocked, I knew where the PB was, and that opens up so many more spots than the raft does. I was like, I'll just play the numbers here, and the numbers bit me. So it happens.
Yeah, I didn't have the power bracelet. So I had the raft and I thought, okay, I can go look for the power bracelet. I'm probably going to need it. Let's just check this one raft spot over here in the east. And I got lucky there. So I never had to go back to 4 for the bracelet.
Well, GG's to both of y'all. That was a tough one. Definitely kind of got y'all both in different ways. But GG's for getting through it, and GG's to you, Stags, for moving on to 2-0?
Possibly the worst 2-0 ever to get this far. And GG's latebit. We have a race coming up. I don't want to drag things out too long. But this, I think last year I started 0-3, so I don't even know what to make of it.
I mean, this is my first non-rookie rumble, so 1-1, I'm already exceeding my own expectations. So we'll just see how it goes from here.
Hey, you and me both, latebit. This is my first tournament that wasn't a rookie rumble, and you'll be joining me in the 1-1 pool next Wheel of Death tomorrow night. So,
oh man, there's some sharks in that pool. Send help.
I am also in that 1-1 pool, so maybe one of us will see each other in next week's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
there-
other stuff.
There are some 96 or so, 96, 92, something like that.
92, I
Excellent
think
run.
there's 92. Yeah.
92 excellent runners. So
Yeah.
the entire thing is stacked from top to bottom. So we just, come out, try to have fun.
Yeah, absolutely, and hopefully a little luck sways your way at times, right?
All right, guys. I hate to cut anybody short, but we do have a 10 p.m. race starting right here on this channel, so we do need to wrap up shortly. Anybody got any final thoughts before we sign off and let the next crew take over?
Just thanks to SpeedGaming and everybody that came together to broadcast this. Always appreciated.
Yeah, thank you so much for letting us be on the channel and for hopping in the booth tonight and pushing the buttons, and chat for watching and teasing me, I'm sure, for all of those deaths. And and good luck to everyone who's playing in the next race. Thanks so much. And GG's, latebit.
GG's, man.
Awesome. Well, yeah, thank you guys for putting on a great race for us, and thank you to our tracker tonight, Malkier, and thank you to Rando Runner for joining me on the comms. Thank you to SpeedGaming for giving us use of their channel to bring you guys this great race. Once again, I am Deus Ex Machina, Dim Gaming. Go and try to give everyone a follow if you can. It looks like the bot's down. I tried to put the links in, but for some reason it's not putting the channels. But if you like this kind of content, give everybody a follow. Otherwise, stick around right here. We get another race starting in just over 5 minutes. They'll probably be a little bit delayed because we ran a little long. But yeah, stick around on SpeedGaming. Another Zelda 1 randomizer race coming your way. It is Yumi versus... Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yumi's on commentary. It is Bogey versus Kennedy. And Yumi and Stawn have the commentary on that one. So stick around and check that out. But otherwise, I think that's it for me. Yeah. You got any last words, Rando?
No, again, thank you, everybody, for putting this on, SpeedGaming, and yeah, stick around for the next race because it should be a good one.
Awesome. All right, we'll catch you guys later then.